10 British actors who served in the armed forces. Number 10. David Niven. Niven was a huge Hollywood star when World War II broke out. He put his movie contract with Samuel Goldwyn on hold to return home and enlist in the British Army, where he served as a commando and took part in the Normandy invasion. The day after Britain declared war on Germany in 1939, Niven returned home and rejoined the British Army. He was alone among British stars in Hollywood in doing so. The British Embassy advised most actors to stay. Niven was recommissioned as a lieutenant into the Rifle Brigade, Prince Consort Zone, on the 25th of February 1940, and was assigned to a motor training battalion. He wanted something more exciting, however, and transferred into the Commandos. He was assigned to a training base at Inverraylet House in the Western Highlands. Niven later claimed credit for bringing future Major General Sir Robert E. Laycock to the Commandos. Niven commanded a Squadron GHQ Liaison Regiment, better known as Phantom. He was born on March 1, 1910 in Belgravia, London, United Kingdom. He died on July 29, 1983 in Château-d'Œx, Switzerland. Number 9. Brian Blessed. Blessed served in the Parachute Regiment as part of his national service, completing 46 jumps before joining the Bristol Victor train as an actor. One of Blessed's earliest roles was that of PC Fancy Smith in the BBC television series Z Cars, between 1962 and 1965. In 1966, he appeared in a production of Incident at Vichy at the Phoenix Theatre in London. Also in 1966, he was offered the titular role of the Doctor in BBC's sci-fi drama, Doctor Who, to take over from William Hartnell, but had to turn down due to conflicting projects. In 1967, he played Porthos in a 10-part BBC adaptation of The Three Musketeers. Born on October 9, 1936 in Mexborough, United Kingdom. Number 8. Alec Guinness. He was a jobbing Shakespearean stage actor working alongside John Gielgud and Laurence Olivier when he was called up for service in the Royal Navy in 1941, where he served as seaman until 1946. Guinness served in the Royal Navy Volunteer Reserve in the Second World War, initially as a seaman in 1941, before receiving a commission as a temporary sub-lieutenant on the 30th of April 1942 and a promotion to temporary lieutenant the following year. Guinness then commanded a landing craft at the Allied invasion of Sicily, and later ferried supplies and agents to the Yugoslav partisans in the Eastern Mediterranean theatre. He was born on April 2, 1914 in Maida Vale, London, United Kingdom. He died on August 5, 2000 in Midhurst, United Kingdom. Number 7. Sean Connery. Connery acquired 2 tattoos while serving in the Royal Navy before he went into acting. One reads Mum and Dad, the other Scotland Forever. Connery was later discharged from the Navy on medical grounds because of a duodenal ulcer, a condition that affected most of the males in previous generations of his family. Afterwards, he returned to the co-op, then worked as, among other things, a lorry driver, a lifeguard at Portobello swimming baths, a labourer, an artist's model for the Edinburgh College of Art, and after a suggestion by former Mr. Scotland, Archie Brennan, a coffin polisher. He was born on August 25, 1930 in Fountain Bridge, Edinburgh, United Kingdom. Number 6. Michael Caine. When he was just plain old Maurice Micklewhite, Caine served in the Royal Fusiliers during his national service from 1952 to 1954. He was stationed in Germany before seeing active service in the Korean War. He had gone into Korea feeling sympathetic to communism, coming as he did from a poor family, but the experience left him permanently repelled due to the human wave attacks practiced by North Korea and China, which left him with the sense that their governments did not care about their citizens. He experienced a situation where he thought he was going to die, the memory of which stayed with him and formed his character. He later said, "The rest of my life I have lived every bloody moment from the moment I wake up until the time I go to sleep." He detailed the incident in his autobiography, The Elephant to Hollywood. He was born on March 14, 1933 in Rotherhithe, United Kingdom. Number 5. Denholm Elliot. The Magnificent Seven Star flew 25 missions while serving in the USAF during World War II. He was an aerial gunner on a B-29 that flew combat missions over Japan, earning a Purple Heart. On the night of 23/24 of September 1942, his Handley Page Halifax DT-508 bomber took part in an air raid on the U-boat pens at Flensburg, Germany. The aircraft was hit by flak and subsequently ditched in the North Sea near Zult, Germany. Only Elliot and 2 crewmen survived, and he spent the rest of the war in a prisoner of war camp in Silesia. While imprisoned, he became involved in amateur dramatics. He was born on May 31, 1922 in Ealing District, London, United Kingdom. Number 4. Christopher Lee. Lee had a busy military career during World War II, serving first in the Home Guard before joining the RAF, where he worked in intelligence and a precursor to the SAS in North Africa, Italy, and Austria. He was born on May 27, 1922 in Belgravia, London, United Kingdom. Number 3. Richard Burton. Well before he was known as a Shakespearean actor and the star of some of Hollywood's biggest blockbusters, Richard Burton spent time in the Royal Air Force during World War II. Burton went to Exeter College, Oxford on a 6-month RAF scholarship before joining the service in 1944. He didn't see much action before World War II ended the next year while Burton was training in Canada. He finished his service in 1947 and signed up with a theatrical agency that landed him his first film, The Last Days of Dolwyn, in 1949. He was disqualified for pilot training due to his eyesight being below par, and was classified as a navigator trainee. He served the RAF as navigator for 3 years, during which he performed an assignment as aircraftman first class in a Wiltshire-based RAF hospital. Burton's habits of drinking and smoking increased during this period. He was involved in a brief casual affair with actress Eleanor Summerfield. Burton was cast in an uncredited and unnamed role of a bombing officer by BBC Third programme in a 1946 radio adaptation of In Parenthesis, an epic poem of the First World War by David Jones. Burton was discharged from the RAF on the 16th of December 1947. He was born on November 10, 1925 in Pontrhydyfen, United Kingdom. Number 2. Jon Pertwee. Not the only Doctor Who actor to have served in the military, like Connery, Pertwee was a member of the Royal Navy, serving 6 years during World War II. Pertwee was actually a crew member aboard the HMS Hood but transferred off shortly before it was sunk by the Bismarck in 1941. He later joined Naval Intelligence where he worked alongside James Bond creator Ian Fleming. Like Lee, Pertwee would not speak about the details of his service for fear of breaching the Official Secrets Act. He became involved in acting after the war, starting in radio before moving on to television and films. Pertwee's association with Fleming in Naval Intelligence led to the author suggesting him for the part of Q due to Pertwee's familiarity with World War II spy gadgets, though the role would go to Desmond Llewellyn. He was born on July 7, 1919 in Chelsea, London, United Kingdom. He died on May 28, 1996 in Sherman, Connecticut, United States. Number 1. Benny Hill. Few people could imagine that the British comedian with an affable smile Benny Hill could have performed throughout his life some kind of action related to the military. However, World War II was a conflict that left no one outside and much less in the United Kingdom, continually punished by the Luftwaffe bombings. Therefore, in 1942, Benny was called up and was instructed as a British Army mechanic. Although he did not fight, he was stationed in Normandy in 1944 after the landing, where he served as a truck driver and as a lighting operator, to finish his service later in the Combined Entertainment Services Division, where he would remain until that ended the contest. He was born on January 21, 1924 in Southampton, United Kingdom. He died on April 28, 1992, Teddington, United Kingdom.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave your like. Please press the button to subscribe and support our channel. Also click on the bell to know when we upload new video. Which other topic would you like to find in our channel? Leave us your comments and suggestions below.